Alright, so in this video, we just want to answer a question under construction. This is coming from a 2024 exam paper. So we're going to draw a quadrilateral. Okay, so make sure you've got a protractor, a compass, and a ruler with you. Okay, so let's get into it. The first part, we're told to construct a quadrilateral, PQRS, and then in which PQ is equal to 8 centimeters, angle QPS is 110, angle PQR is 88, PS is 7 centimeter, QR is 10 centimeter. So PQRS. So preferably we can start with what we are given, PQ, to be 8 centimeters. So how do we that? So that's going to be very easy. You can just start out by getting your pencil and your rule and draw a straight line that should be 8 centimeters. So I've gotten my rule here, you can see it, and then I'll draw from 0, right? Let me use black. I believe that's what you're using as well. So draw from 0, okay, and then draw the line all the way up to 8. Okay, so that's my line there. Okay, so we can label this line to be P Q. Okay, and then what else do we know? The other piece of information is we're told the angle QPS is 110. QPS. QPS is 110. PQR is 88. PS is 7. So let's start with QPS. That's the first part we have. That's 110. So you can get your protractor and put it on P. So what is the middle part is the angle of focus, which is P. So I'll get our protractor and then I'll put it at the point P. Okay, so there we are. That's our point. Okay, that's our point P. And then we're going to measure 110. So where are we measuring from? So we'll start from this point and then we're going up. So 110 is somewhere right there. Okay, is that accurate? So 110 is somewhere there. Yeah, somewhere there. Not very accurate, but somewhere there. Okay, so we've used the pencil and the protractor to measure the angle. Okay, do we know the distance from P to what point S? Because the point that we're having there is S. Now we are told QPS is 110, and that's, we've measured that. What else are we told? We are told PS. So PS itself, this same line from P to S, is 7 centimeters. So we've measured the angle there. So we can actually draw a line all the way up to the angle. So from this point, I have to use black. So the line starts from there. So in your case, you're supposed to get a ruler and then draw a line along that point. Okay, so this angle inside there is 110. Okay, so this angle is 110. Now our area of interest is the distance has to be 7 centimeters. So that's now where you need the ruler for you to be able to measure the 7 centimeters. Okay, so let's have our ruler there at an angle of 110. Okay, I can move it a little bit down. Okay, now we need it at 7. So where is 7? 7 is somewhere there. Okay, right there. Okay, so the other way you can actually do that is by just taking back your ruler in the same way it was. Let me just bring back our ruler. Okay, and then just get your compass and measure a distance of 7 centimeters. Okay, so we need it at 7 centimeters, so we can reduce. Okay, that's 7 centimeters. Okay, and then take it at this point and then move it, put it at that point, and then draw an arc. Okay, so that's a 7 centimeters from the point P. Okay, so that's point S. Now the other thing that we are told is we are told PQR, so from that point QR, the angle is supposed to be 88. So we can bring again, what do we need? We need a protractor. So we can bring a protractor and put it right there. Okay, right there. And then we need to measure an angle of 88. So 88, moving from the left, is going to be somewhere after 80 there. Okay, so the other way is we can actually measure from here. 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then 80. So 88 is after 5, somewhere there. Okay, so 85, 86, 88. Okay, there we are. So that's an angle 88 if we are to measure from this point. And so we can draw a line. We don't know how long it is for now. In fact, we are told it's actually 10 centimeters. So first of all, let's just draw it. So using a ruler to pass through that point. Okay, and then now we are told it's supposed to be 10 centimeters. So how do you measure the distance? So bring your compass on the ruler, okay, and measure a distance of 10 centimeters. Okay, 10 centimeters. Okay, there we are. And then you take it now at that point. Let's first of all rotate it, and then take it at this point. So if you rotate, it's difficult to see, so move it a little bit in the sides, and then we are at that point. Okay, can now draw a line like that. So we have to move our question a little bit to the left, to the right actually. Okay, so that point there is actually point R. Okay, there we have it. And then we can now move our compass. Okay, this angle here we can actually indicate it. We said PQR was 88 degrees. Can get a ruler and draw a line from this point to that point. Okay, so this is a representation of our quadrilateral. Okay, we can see all the 4 points. So this is just one mark for all we've done. Very simple and straightforward. Okay, now we can move to the next point, but before that we are taught to, for the next question, we are taught to measure and write the length of RS. The length of RS. So grab your ruler and measure that distance. Okay, so we can measure from that point. Okay, so that's somewhere like 10.8. So this is just an estimation. I'm using a computer, so I want you to comment using your gadgets, your instruments, how the length that you've actually found. So they want you to write the length there. So I've measured it's 10.8, should be something closer to that. Okay. So the most important thing is you get the concept and how you're supposed to go about it. Okay. So that is 10.8 centimeters. And then now we are on C. These are very interesting questions. We are told within the quadrilateral, we have to now construct a locus of points, which are, for the first part, 6 centimeters from QR. 6 centimeters from QR. For part 2, we are told equidistant from PS and RS. Okay, so the way we can actually measure 6 centimeters from QR, where is the line QR, how we measure 6 centimeters is very simple. So just get a protractor, not a protractor, sorry, you have to get your compass and then put it on the ruler and measure a length of 6 centimeters, right? Let's just do that. So we'll rotate it and then measure 6 centimeters. Okay, let's do that. Okay, 6 centimeters. That's where we are there. Okay, now after you do that, you can now move your compass, put it on both points. So start with one point. Let me rotate it. You can start with the top point there and somewhere there, and then draw an arc. Okay, I think I've tempered with the length, right? A little bit. Okay, so put it at that point and then draw an arc. Okay, like that. Do the same to the other side. Bring it down there. And draw an arc down as well. Okay. Okay, now draw a line that's going to pass on top of the arcs there. So the best way is to bring your ruler on the two arcs. So let's do that. Rotate your ruler. Okay. A little bit. Okay, we can move the down part. Um, so with you on your end, it can be something very easy. Let me rotate this. Okay, we have to move the top part a little bit. So I have to rotate it like that, then move it. Okay, again. Okay, so I'll just use a line. We'll draw a line that's going to pass on top there. Okay, like that. Okay, so that should give us the length that we're looking for. But this line is supposed to be within the quadrilateral, so you have to cut it out. Okay, so for accuracy, we'd want to draw, if I would, let me draw the arc again so that you get it clearly what I was doing. Something like this. So I have to draw something like this, like that. And then even on the other point as well, you do the same. Like that. Okay. So that when you draw a line, your line should pass like this. Should pass this point and then pass that point on top as well. Okay. Which accurate if you move should be like this, and then rotate a little bit. It's difficult to kind of balance it. Okay, yeah, something like that. That looks more accurate than the first line. Okay. Now we want to ensure that it's only within the quadrilateral. What have I done? Yeah, within the quadrilateral. Okay. Ensure that it's only within the quadrilateral. That's the requirement given to us. Okay. So we can move away the compass now. Okay. So let's put that back. So you can now indicate to say the question that you're answering at this point was question what? This was question C1. So you can see C1 there. And then we are told now to draw a line or to construct a locus of points which are equidistant from PS, and RS. So what's a common point? The common point is the most important, which in this case is S. Okay? So in that case it becomes very simple. Just get your compass, take it on that very point. You have to bisect. Okay, and how do you do that? So we'll do this. Let's rotate this, take it to that point. Okay, so let me bring it inside. Okay, there we are. And then draw an arc on both lines. So let me use a different color so that you can see. So let's move this. Okay, so you can make an arc on that line like that. Again. So let's make an arc. There. And then do the same the other side. Same magnitude. Draw an arc. Okay. And then move the compass without changing the size. And put it at the same 2 points. And then make an arc inside. Okay, and then move it again and put it on this other point, and then move it and draw an arc that's able to intersect with that other one. So like that. Okay, so where the two are intersecting, you can now draw a line from the point S. Okay, so from the point S all the way up to supposed to be a line. So from the point S that passes, that moves all the way up to that point. Okay, it should just be within the quadrilateral, so it ends right there. Okay, so now what we've drawn there is a line that is giving us an equal distance from the lines PS and RS. Okay, so we can indicate to say this is question C2. So we've answered the major questions. Now the other ones that are remaining are the ones that are going to be easy for you to just think. Okay, so one thing that we have to understand is, if we look at this line, the line that we are from drawing, this line is giving us an equal distance from that line and this other line. Okay, that's what it means to be equidistant. And then if you try to look at the other line, this other line is supposed to be 6 centimeters from the line QR. So let's try now to understand the conditions required by D and E. So D, a point M within the quadrilateral PQRS, is such that it is 6 centimeters from QR. So by 6 centimeters it implies it should be on this line. Okay, and then equidistant, again should be of equal distance from PS and RS, label the point M. So just where the equidistant and the 6 centimeters are intersecting, that's a point M. And what point do you think is that? So that point there, okay, this point there, that should be M. Okay, because at that point we are 6 centimeters from the line QR, and then we're equidistant from the line PS and RS. Okay, that is very simple. And then lastly, we said another point N within the quadrilateral PQRS is such that it is less than or equal to, So after this point, after beyond that point, it becomes more than 6. So we are told less than or equal to. So it should be within this point or within this region. And then nearer to PS, where is PS? So PS is this region. Okay, so already we know we should be within this region because we should be less than or equal to 6 centimeters from RQ. And then again we are told we should be closer to SR, which implies this side. Okay, because this line is the middle part between the two sides, so we should be this side. And then we are told also indicate by shading the region in which N must lie. So what do you think should be that region? So let's try to shade it. That region is likely going to be this region. So this region is closer to, first of all, it's closer to SR compared to RS. Okay, because we've said it should be nearer to PS than RS. Now that region includes even this region now, but there is another condition which is limiting us, which is saying should be closer or equal to 6 centimeters from RQ. So it's actually this region. Okay, this line is telling us should be less than or equal to 6 centimeters, and then that line is telling us it's closer to SR than the other side. Okay. Okay, so that is the region where n must lie. Okay, so hopefully this video gave you an idea on how you go about construction and how to use all these instruments. So that's how you draw a quadrilateral.